The Office of Refugee Resettlement, ORR, is at the center of an effort to turn the agency toward the Trump administration's mass deportation effort. Harrowing new reporting in The Atlantic details how the ORR, an agency that's part of the Department of Health and Human Services, is being used. As migrants are detained at routine traffic stops and ICE agents conduct raids, children separated from their parents are being shuttled into the ORR shelter system, where they're forced to fend for themselves. In January, a child spent an average of 37 days in the ORR system before being reunified with parents, a relative, or an other qualified sponsor inside the United States. By June, that average had shot up to 154 days, more than 5 months. In the meantime, the Department of Justice is weakening standards for the care of these children. In late May, the administration moved to end a policy known as the Flores Settlement, a legal agreement that sets certain standards of care for children who are in federal custody. It requires that children be given adequate soap, water, medical care, and the ability to contact family. And it requires, not suggests, requires that minors be released to a parent or relative without unnecessary delay. According to an immigration lawyer who visited an ICE detention center in Dilley, Texas last month, some children, or inmates as the guards sometimes call them, had grown despondent. Others expressed suicidal ideation. Barriers to reunification are also now more complicated. New, stricter requirements for potential sponsors, parents or relatives willing to take custody of children, demand even more documentation. And the Trump administration has cut funding for legal assistance for unaccompanied minors by eliminating government contracts with advocacy groups who represent those minors in immigration court. Increased arrests, complicated family reunification requirements, limited legal resources, and lower standards of care. This all compounds the difficulties that children are facing. Quoting from The Atlantic, a 13-year-old told children's rights lawyers Lisa Welch that she and her two sisters, aged 11 and 4, had been detained at Dilley for 4 months. She was worried that she had messed up during her asylum interview. She said that she had stopped eating and was having nightmares. "I feel really sad and angry all the time," the girl declared. "I hate it here." Still with me, Lee Gelernt. He's the deputy director of the Immigrants' Rights Project at the ACLU. He argued in court against the first Trump administration's family separation policy and asylum bans, and has several cases against the administration ongoing right now. Lee, thanks for sticking with me. The ACLU has won in court its attempts to end family separation during the first Trump administration, as you mentioned. Is this also a violation of the law, these new ORR processes?
Yeah, so I think two things are going on. One is, as I mentioned, we reached a settlement with the Biden administration to end family separation and ensure benefits for those families that were so cruelly separated during the first Trump administration. The administration is breaching that settlement left and right. And so we have now been in court 4 times. The judge has already found 1 breach. We hope that the judge will find more breaches. So those families now and those children are being harmed, directly harmed, and we're worried about reseparation. At the same time, what's going on is the Trump administration looking for new ways to separate children. As you're importantly highlighting here, they are trying to get around the settlement by doing a variety of other things that we think do violate the law, including, importantly, what you're pointing out, is keeping children in this ORR facility. That's supposed to be temporary while they quickly find someone to take the child, because every medical expert will tell you that children in detention alone causes irreparable harm. The Trump administration is claiming, oh, we're just doing this for the benefit of the children. That is absolutely not true.
154 days is 5 months.
Yeah.
Little kids in detention for 5 months. For what? What crime did they commit?
Well, exactly. And so when you started the program by saying the administration claims they're going after the worst of the worst, children, these little children are obviously not the worst of the worst. It's not even true as to adults. I mean, the Trump administration has never taken responsibility for what they did the first time around, that medical associations called blatant child abuse. Some called it actual torture of children. So, of course, they're not adhering to that settlement, or now refusing to look for new ways to separate children. Not only are they not refusing to do that, but they're engaging in it. And so I fear that we're going to be in court for a long time more. The American public needs to understand, like they did the first time around, in the United States, it doesn't matter what political persuasion you are, where you are on the ideological spectrum. We don't make children pawns in some policy debate.
One would have thought we'd have learned that the first time around, but apparently we haven't, Lee. But thanks for sticking with it. We appreciate that. Lee Gelernd is the Deputy Director of the Immigrants' Rights Project at the American Civil Liberties Union.